Hi, welcome to another episode of Good Hang. I cannot wait to have you hear this episode with the great Rashida Jones, the Anne to my Leslie, my wife for life. Rashida is just one of my best friends, and she's just an incredible person and interview, and she's so deep and smart and funny. And we're going to talk about what it's like working together, and we're going to talk about our relationship to work and what makes a good gift giver and how much we both love music. We're going to go deep and then stay real shallow all at the same time. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And, you know, we've been trying to do this thing where before I interview a guest, I get to talk to people who know them, who are fans of them, or who want to just, you know, give me some ideas for what to ask them. So we have gathered two great comedic actresses, Retta from Parks and Rec, who played Donna Meagle, and Darcy Carden from The Good Place. So they're going to help me get started. This episode is presented by the Toyota Grand Highlander. Life's journey brings constant change, filled with exciting surprises, new chapters, and grand challenges. And the Toyota Grand Highlander is more than a vehicle. It's your partner in embracing all life throws at you. Blinked and the kids have grown up, the third row can fit 3 adults. From daily routines to life-changing adventures, the Toyota Grand Highlander is up for every grand challenge. Learn more at toyota.com/Grand Highlander. Toyota, let's go places. It only takes 3 people to make a hang gang.
To be a gang. That's right. Everybody knows that.
We're talking about and to the great Rashida Jones today.
Wouldn't want to talk about anyone else.
Not one singular human being.
Honestly.
It's kind of overwhelming because she does so many things well.
Yeah.
She's what is it called? A polymath? Is that the word?
But what's the math?
Yeah.
It's so many maths. Polymath.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Aim. I was thinking like she's so unique in that she's not, you know, even to introduce her, I don't know what you would even say. She's not, I mean, there's so many things to list, and not just in her career, but in her life. She's so many things to so many people, and she's so good at all of it. And yet, that doesn't bother me. I'm not like annoyed by that. As I'm saying it, I'm not like rolling my eyes. I'm like, she really does it all, and she does it so well and in such an inspiring way.
Agree.
To me, she's the lawyer in the group. When people have like an outrageous idea or plan or think they can fix something in a certain way, I feel like Ra's the person that's like, okay, everybody relax. Here's what we're going to do. Here's what we're going to do. This is how we fix it. Or let me just make a call. Or I feel like even though she's not an attorney, she's the attorney of the group that she's in.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
No, that's really
that's
well
so right.
said. What makes Rashida a good hang?
Well, she's super funny, and she also loves to laugh. So she makes you feel super funny. Right?
Yes.
Which is great. She's on it. She's really on it. She's just like, she's sharp in every way I can think of.
Yes.
You know?
And so, and like so stylish and cool.
Totally.
Like beyond cool. It's actually oppressive.
I know.
It's
but
a lot.
She somehow doesn't make me feel shitty. Again,
no, never. But I do. But I make myself feel shitty because sometimes I'm just like, damn it! Like, what, we're wearing Japanese pants now? Exactly. No one told me.
I know, but the thing is we're not. She is.
She is. But all of a sudden, I'm like, all my clothes are small. They're supposed to be big. Like, do we have bangs? We don't have bangs.
We don't.
We're big coats, little coats. Okay.
A bob? No, long hair now. Okay. Yeah, totally. Glasses, small glasses, big
little
glasses.
Coats. Yeah. I don't know that she's ever done little coats. Maybe before I knew her, I've only seen her in big coats.
The biggest coats.
The only people on Parks doing little coats were Adam and Aziz. They had the littlest coats.
Exactly.
I remember lifting up a coat and being like, whose coat is this? And it was Aziz's little coat.
she's like a host, right? She's like a good host. And I think maybe that's one of the reasons she's such a good hang, is because she like really appreciates the hang portion. Like she's putting in the time to make the hang like pleasurable, right?
Yes, like I don't feel a stressy vibe from her when she's hosting, for example.
Yeah, me too.
Like I'm always working out my own stuff, which is wanting to get things, like wanting it to be good and fun, and people coming over and saying like hi, and me saying just a second, like making them feel stressed, even though I had the party.
Or like explaining something like, don't go in this room, or if you do, this is what's going on.
Or you got to hold the toilet down, the handle down.
Yes. Oh my God. Totally right.
Or when someone's like, can I give you a hand? And you just go, no, that's okay. I just have a lot of things right now that I'm dealing with. And everyone looks at you and says, you did not have to invite us. You did not have to invite us.
You begged us to come over.
The other question I had is, I want to talk to her about dancing because we dance a lot together. She's had a lot of dance parties for her birthday parties, and you two are big dancers. Like you both like to dance. I know why I like to dance at parties.
Yes.
Why do you like to dance at parties?
I think about connecting with people while dancing. Like Amy, I can think of a wedding we were at where we didn't know each other that well. It was like early days of friendship, and we just like danced at a wedding, and I felt closer to you afterwards. I felt like
Totally.
You know what I mean?
We just kind of pointed at each other and
and then afterwards you're like, we took a step. We leveled up. For people listening, Retta is really doing some good pointing right now.
I'm drawn to people who I feel really vibe with music and don't look crazy dancing, you know? There's not like, especially like when we were younger, high school and college, like white boys with rhythm were like, you couldn't get enough. Like I was just like, oh, and I remember, and I will say at one of Rashida's birthday parties, one of the most impressive dancers that I didn't see coming was Max Greenfield.
Yes.
Max can move.
Yes.
And the feeling that I got seeing him dance is the feeling I want people to have when they see me dance.
Yeah, I feel like if a good song comes on, both of you and Rashida would be the people I would look at, point at, and be like, oh.
I was just going to say, the noise you would make would be like, oh, oh, oh,
oh, shit.
Here we go.
Okay, well, this is perfect. We'll wrap it up with, is there any question you think, like anything you want me to ask Rashida?
It's simple. It's a simple question, but I think my question for Rashida specifically is, when you were a little kid, what did you want to be when you grow up? Or what did you see your adult life looking like? I think, what did you want to be when you grow up? Because I think because she, you know, like it's such a unique childhood where it kind of was like the endless possibilities of what you could possibly do. And it seems like, you know, that maybe that's one of the reasons she does so much and is so good at so many different things. But the simple question, I think, is, when you were a little kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? Ding.
It's a great question.
Mine would be, it's also a childhood question. What was the coolest thing that ever happened to you as a kid? Because she's been around so many cool things. What really was the thing that she remembers the most and was the most exciting for her?
That's probably going to be hard to pick.
I know.
Because she was
so
straight
you might
up,
get a few. You might get a few things.
like partying with E.T. and stuff. All right. Well, love you guys. Thank you for checking in. I know it means a lot to squeeze this time in, and Rashida's going to be so grateful when I tell her that we chatted today. So come on this podcast and be a guest soon, please, and thank you.
Can't wait. Hang gang.
All right. Thank you so much. Hang gang. Hang gang.
Love you
Hang gang.
guys. Hang gang. Good
Okay,
hang
love
gang.
you guys. This episode is brought to you by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day deals because you can't watch 8 hours of basketball a day on an empty stomach. I love to watch TV on my couch and then never get back up. And so once I'm down, it's hard to stand. And I definitely don't want to drive and get food. So Uber Eats delivers my food to me, and then I shuffle over to my door in my pajamas and I grab the food. So whatever you're craving, Uber Eats has deals on all your game day favorites. You never have to miss a single buzzer beater. Get game day deals on all your favorites only on Uber Eats. Order now. Rashida Jones is here. Hi, Rashida.
Hi, Amy.
I mean, people should know that I call you Bones. So maybe if I call you Bones during the interview.
They'll know.
Yes.
Yeah, and I call you Polos.
Yeah. Polos. So Poles or Polos and Bones.
Polos and Bones.
The new detective series.
On CBS.
Yeah, on Paramount Minus. Okay. Bones, I'm so happy you're here.
I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for doing this.
Please.
On the way over, you just told me you were listening to something in your car.
I was listening to, I'm really into frequencies right now. You know, there's like a lot of theories around like the frequency of sounds and how it impacts your brain and your mood. There's ones for anxiety, for sleep, for happiness, for abundance, whatever. But I was listening to one for road rage.
Because you have road rage?
I do.
I've seen it in action.
Yeah,
Because we leave each other Marco Polos, and I've seen you in real time get mad.
Yeah.
For people that are listening that don't know, Rashida and I have been friends for
Many years.
it's got to be over 20 now.
20 plus.
Over 20 plus. And whenever we see each other, we just jump in. Like we talk a lot about, we just kind of jump into the deep end.
Yeah, always.
We get into feelings. We get into what we're trying to work on, what we're excited about. Like we just get right in there. We don't do a lot of small talk, you and I.
Not a lot of small talk.
And I feel like you are that way, or I can speak for myself. I feel like I'm more and more that way with the people that I'm closest to, and the people that I'm not particularly close to are the people that I say, like, what movies do you like?
Right. Yeah. I find, I don't know about you, but I find that my tolerance for small talk has changed. Like I used to like it and feel like it was just kind of like a way to tiptoe into a conversation. And now it feels like, why bother? Let's just get into it.
I know.
Let's not waste time.
Like, what are you afraid of?
What are you afraid of?
What are you working on?
Yeah, exactly. No, not your actual job, but yourself, your inner self. What are you working on?
What's your love language? What's your attachment style? Tina and I had a good convo we were laughing, talking about Harvard. Fuck Harvard. Yeah, fuck Harvard. Fuck Harvard. Yeah. So for people that don't know, what is your relationship with Harvard, and what was your relationship with Hasty Pudding?
Oh, interesting. I was just thinking about this last night, actually. Well, first of all, I just want to say I'm very happy that you have this podcast, because I'm just going to say I've wanted this from you for a very long time.
Thanks, bud.
Okay, sorry, I just had to say that.
Thanks, dude.
Okay, Harvard, Hasty Pudding. Yeah, I mean, I went to Harvard. I was in the Hasty Pudding theatricals.
But they didn't allow women.
At the time, women couldn't perform. I was a manager. I was manager of the Woman of the Year event, which you've been.
Yeah.
I'm sure I have not. Thank you so much, Hasty Pudding Theatricals.
What?
I'm actually like the only alum. But anyway.
Wow, we need to correct that, whoever's listening.
Yeah. Anyway, and then my senior year, Mimi, my friend Mimi, who you know, we were the first women ever to write the music for the musical in the like, whatever, 400-year history of the show.
But no one was allowed to sing it because it was written by women.
I couldn't sing it.
Yeah.
No, of course not.
Wow.
Yeah. And then when I went back for class day, that was kind of like the one thing I snuck into my speech. Well, actually, it was very political. But the one thing about school I snuck in was like, make it co-ed. Let's go.
Enough's
Come on.
enough.
And now it is.
It is,
Yeah,
right?
It is. Finally.
And, that seemed so silly.
It's so silly, but I will say it was really fun, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot about production, because it's a legit production. You travel to New York and Bermuda, and everybody has to like chip in and work on tickets and costumes, and like we had an arranger who arranged for like a full orchestra. It was so cool.
And I know from us being friends, you started going to raves.
Oh yeah, I was raving.
Rashida was raving during Harvard.
I was.
And that
sophomore
almost
year.
took you down.
almost took me down, but
took you up.
luckily, took me up and then way down. But then I joined an a cappella group and everything was fine. A cappella saved my life. But I would say the most surprising thing is probably that what I have left from the whole experience is the people,
Including Mike Schur.
including Mike Schur.
For those people who don't know, who created Parks and Rec and The American Office. He was Moe's and worked
Good Place.
Good Place,
Good Hang, Good Place.
Good Hang, Good Place. And he, wow, do you think he's going to sue me for that? Good Hang,
Probably.
Good Place.
Yeah, he's very litigious.
And he's working on a million other things. And you and Mike met at Harvard. Where did you guys meet?
Freshman year, we did a play together called
Right.
Love, Sex, and the IRS, where we were, the play started with us making out.
Wow.
And
Lucky him.
Thank you.
I mean, he must have been like, the day when they were like, and here's your makeout partner. It could have been anybody. He must have
It
been.
could
He
have
must
been
have done a
anybody.
quiet fist pump.
I mean, he did it while we were making out. It was so awkward. I mean, that's the thing is you just audition for shows, and especially in college, and you're just like, who you get is who you get. Like the fact that we met freshman year is nuts.
I'm having these like memories of when we were in. All of us were in high school and college, and we'd have to do like makeout scenes with just people on stage.
Yeah.
And how, I guess, exciting it was. It was kind of exciting.
So fun.
I know. I mean, you've had to do quite a few love scenes in TV and film.
I have, yeah.
And any tips or thoughts about that?
It's so weird. But also comedy makeout is so different than serious
You're so
hookup,
right.
you know?
You're right. I mean, like a real genuine. Our friend Catherine Hahn has had to do a lot of sex scenes.
Yes.
And like
intimate.
a genuine, like
Yeah.
baby girl 5 orgasm sex scene is so intense. It is.
This is my baby girl dance.
I will be your father figure. That makes me stressed.
It's stressy. It's fully stressy. Yeah. I'm not good at I'm not the person to ask because
Same.
I always feel stressed and weird about it. Because the best case scenario is that you do it and you sell some sort of chemistry, but like it's all above board and professional. Mm-hmm. That's the best case scenario, which is like seems impossible.
Also, I did hear an actor's tip one time that I thought was interesting, which is if you want to get chemistry with someone, and actually Parks and Rec did this really well, which is the camera became the gaze, right? Ooh. So like, you know, it caught me looking at Ben when played by Adam Scott when Adam wasn't looking, and it created this vibe, and vice versa. It was so much easier than direct eye contact.
Totally.
But I heard some trick that if you want to get chemistry with an actor, look at them when they're not looking at you.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Like, don't try to do it with them at all. Just project all this fantasy stuff on them when they're not paying attention to you.
Does that work in real life?
I've tried. And the answer is no. The answer is a hell no. Okay, so do you think some of your best acting was in Parks and Rec when you had to pretend that you didn't know who Genuine was?
You know, it's still one of my biggest complaints. I remember we did the table read for that, and I was like, no one's gonna buy it because I don't buy it, okay? Pick anybody else on this cast to try to play that in an honest way. Mm-hmm. It is so unfair that you're making me do this. It really, it still hurts.
Because how familiar are you with Genuine?
We were married. No. I mean, you know, I live in 90s R&B. That's where my heart is. It's not here. I mean, it is with you, but for the most part, it's not present. It's in 90s R&B. So he's a very important figure.
Yeah. I just want to talk for a second about your relationship to music because it's an amazing combination of deeply familiar and personal because of your family and the work you've done since you were a little kid, like the way music has surrounded your life. And then as an adult, knowing your relationship to music, you kind of come in as like, I don't know how else to explain it other than a deep appreciator of it. Like you know it and can do it, and also you deeply appreciate it. It's kind of closest to like an art historian or something.
Ooh,
You know how art historians
you.
love art and they know it and they also know how it's important? I feel that you are that way about music.
That's really nice. Thank you
What
for
is your
saying that.
relationship to music?
Music to me is the kind of thing there's something inherent about it that you can't explain why it has the impact that it does. You can break it down, you can talk about frequencies, you can talk about combinations of notes, you can talk about BPMs, but at the end of the day, the way it makes you feel is something that's just very hard to explain, you know, in a way that feels, if you don't believe in God, like the closest to an unknown that's outside of us. Like you can tap into something outside of us in a way that like, even I love movies, but there's a visual aspect. So you don't like use your imagination as much when you're engaging with the thing.
Well, do you think then you're like an oral, A-U-R-A-L learner more than a visual learner?
I am. And in fact, it's a shameful thing, but I took a lot of piano when I was little and I love playing piano, but I never really learned how to read properly because I learned so well by ear. So I'd play these like Chopin Polonaise, like big pieces by ear. I couldn't read it because I was like just picking it up, you know?
Whoa.
I know. It's sort of like, it would be nice to have a balance of both, but you know, it's definitely way more aural.
Arl Roberts. Remember him? I feel like we've had some hard ass laughs. And I was trying to think the other day, like places that we've laughed, deep laughs. And it really does add years to my life. I know that. And I wonder if you could tell the story about when we were on Parks, and it was, because we talk about it, we've talked about it before. When we were on Parks and it was the first season, it was the hunting episode. And just kind of set up, we were shooting that whole week way far away, somewhere in California, you know, I don't even remember where. And we had to do a scene with Nick Offerman. And that, I think about it sometimes, the way that laugh came, it was like
Giggles.
It was giggle, orgasm city. But don't worry, we'll cut that. But what do you remember about it? What do you want?
Well, I remember he maybe ate something weird and we were trying to give him Ipecac. Isn't that what it
Nick
was?
Offerman playing Ron Swanson ate something. Yeah, I don't remember actually what happened in the show.
I think
Isn't
I
that
was
funny?
like determined as a nurse that I was like, you have to throw up. You can't.
Right.
You're gonna get sick. And he's like, I'm fine.
Right.
And we were trying to get this like liquid in his mouth. And, you know, it's Hollywood, so things that happen like on camera don't actually happen in real life. So it was written that we like hold him down and he's resisting us and we give him this thing. But like you don't know how small you are, because I think both of us, like, I'm always like, I'm like a tall person, right? Like I ask people
Yeah, I
if,
feel like
if
a
I
tall
feel
person,
tall.
but
Yeah.
I'm not.
And I'm not. And I'm
How tall are you?
5'3.5".
Yeah, I'm 5'2".
And Nick is solid.
Yeah.
He's a solid dude.
Yeah,
you
he's
know?
like a Midwestern corn-fed dude.
Dense and like and muscular. And
Yeah.
we were trying to hold him down, and he was whipping us around with such ease. Like the both of us could not hold him down. And he was like, literally, he'd just go, beep, and we would just fly off the bed in each direction. We could not stop
One
laughing.
of us, we each had one arm,
Yeah.
and it felt like just the flick of a wrist.
Because
and
he
we
was
would
being
fly
gentle.
across
He
the
was
room.
being gentle.
Yeah, he wasn't
He was
really,
doing like
he wasn't
stage
fighting for
resist.
his
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, no.
And we could not
not.
get him to stay down.
Could not.
And I remember that feeling. Also, I think there's something fun about wrestling. Like
There is. So good.
It's so good. And being thrown around is so fun.
Yes.
And he was throwing us around. And I feel like like if I was to picture it in my mind, you were just like, wee! Like I could just see you going past me and your hair going, wee! And then your legs going, wee! And me. And I just remember like, Rashida! Like I remember seeing you flying by, which can't be true.
But I feel like we were tumbling all over the floor. Like every time we got back on the bed, we were like, and we were kind of like we were both trying to be like on top of him, and then like just flipping over really quickly.
And I think too, because Nick is such a lovely, gentle guy in general, we knew there was something about us that knew we weren't going to get
was
hurt.
safe. It was safe, yeah.
But he was making like grunting bear sounds.
Yeah.
It was really, really, really.
It was really fun.
That was a really. I mean, I'm trying to think of like there was so many good crack up moments. Crack up moments. I'm 100 years old,
What a crack up.
but I'm just like I was like
There's that spot in Andy and April's house. Remember where we could never get a scene done? Just that living room.
There's a dead spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was haunted.
Yeah. And then I remember there was one time you were like, Rashida, because I could not get through it. But I really, it felt like haunted. It did not feel like it was my fault.
Yeah. I'm sorry I said that. There was a
it was
couple
late.
times I
It
would
was
see
late.
bloopers for the show and I'd be like, Amy.
No, but those days were so long.
They were.
They were long. And it was fun until it wasn't. You're like, oh my God, it's 10 p.m. We just want to go home.
I know. And there was a scene for people that care. There was a spot in that on that set where anyone who stood there couldn't get their lines, and then of course it became self-fulfilling prophecy in many ways.
Yeah.
But there was just a lot of deep laughs and deep laughs off camera. Like one of the things I treasure, and there's so many things I treasure about my friendship with you, was that we would be talking like this, and we'd be just talking and just like talking about our day and talking about life, and then they would just go action, and then we would just talk like Leslie and Ann, and we'd do our scene and be like, I'll speak for myself, kind of knew it, kind of didn't,
Right.
and
Same.
then they'd cut, they'd work on it, and we would just go back to talking. Like it was like a dream job.
We filmed in between our conversations.
Yeah.
And also, I think I remember very clearly in the pilot, because we had already been friends for years when we shot the pilot, and they were doing one of those spy shots, and we were in your office and we were talking, and it was like, other people were like, oh, this is great. Like, this is a thing that really works. Their friendship, we're really going to be able to sell it. And we're like, duh.
Duh, no kidding.
What do you mean?
I mean, they really did base the entire show at the end of the day on the fact that Leslie and Ann were, each other's number one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not hard to do.
No. And we've talked about this before, but when we first started the show, I think it was kind of like we were trying to figure out who was going to play what part and who was going to come on board. And kind of like the beginnings of that show were, I'll say a little clumsy.
Crunchy. Can we talk about it?
Yeah, I would love to.
Oh my God. Yeah, it was crunchy.
Because I think I don't think a lot of people know this. For the beginning, I think we both were worried that we had taken each other's part.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I had been on hold for this untitled thing that Greg and Mike were gonna write.
Right.
And I had done a year on The Office, and they let me go, which made sense. It made sense.
You had such a tough job there because everybody wanted Jim and Pam, and then guess who shows up? A very likable, cool, and everyone was like, "Oh no, wait,
That's
I love
nice.
Karen."
It did not feel that way. People did not like me. Like fans were not about it, but they had to create tension for the relationship to be earned later. So I was the third point in the triangle. That's fine. I accept it. But anyway, so Mike was like, "We're working on this other show. I'll put you on hold. We don't know what it is yet." Remember, people thought it was like a spinoff of The Office for a second. But anyway, so they kept changing the main characters of the show. When they pitched it to me, the boss was a guy, and they didn't know if they were going to cast me or not. But I remember you were extremely pregnant.
Yeah.
We'd just gotten back from Italy.
You and I were in Italy.
Yeah.
That's right.
We were in Italy, and it was very hot.
That's right.
And a day later, you were like, "Let's go to lunch. I need to talk to you about
do you
something."
remember where we went?
Pastis. Yes, I do.
In New York City.
I do.
Oh God! And I said, "Let's talk about something."
Yeah,
Oh,
and you
dear,
said,
oh, dear.
"No, you."
And I was like, "I want you to raise this baby with me.
"It's yours."
This baby is yours.
I know that's impossible,
and you need to
but-
accept it."
But I actually hold this moment as like a gold standard of friendship and being able to take care of your oneself and the person that you love at the same time. I really do, Polos, because it was what you did and how you did it was very hard, because you took me to lunch and said, "I'm so sorry, but they offered me the part." Both of us thinking it was the same part I was on hold for.
Look at
Being
me.
created by a friend of ours. And so I immediately started crying in Pastis. And you held my hand, and you were so warm, and you were so, there was something about it where you were like, I know, I'm sorry, buddy. But you didn't like do the thing that I sometimes do where I'm codependent, where I'm like, I know, I suck, I'm the worst person, I don't even deserve it. Like whatever I would say to try to make the other person feel better, which doesn't work. You didn't do that. You like held your space and you also comforted me at the same time, which was like a very beautiful thing.
I wonder what Cher's version of this is.
Let me tell you, because
Okay.
I left him a message almost immediately because I'm not shy. I was like, oh, I'm such an idiot for thinking I could even be on the show. Like anybody wants me on this show. Like, of course I didn't get this. Like Amy's like a,
Oh my God, what
comedy
a
goddess.
mean part of yourself to be.
Very mean,
Yeah.
very mean. That's a person we're trying to not invite to the dinner party anymore. But so I called him. I was like, hey, would love to talk to you. He was on a plane. And he landed and he's like, I was like, you want to tell me what's going on? Because it would have been really nice for you to tell me and not Amy to tell me that I wasn't getting this job. And he's like, no, back up. We changed the boss. It's a woman. And Amy's playing the boss. And I was like, oh my God. Like, we might be working together?
Yeah,
What?
it kind of went from oh no to oh my God, we might be the two women on the show.
Yes. And I still wasn't cast because I still had to do a bunch of chemistry reads after that. But that became, this huge possibility of like my life being the best, from the worst to the best.
God, I'm sweating even thinking about that.
They just hadn't decided things,
Yeah.
and they were trying to build around you, I think is what happened, around that character. So I think they had just done that. And I think you wanted to tell me as soon as possible because we were so close, which was the right instinct. And Mike decided to get on a plane, which was his instinct.
And he just flew for hours.
He
just
wasn't
went to
even
different
going anywhere.
cities
He
and he
just
never
got on
got
a
off the
plane.
plane. And that's what execs do. That's what a powerful person does, is they get on the
They
plane.
just get on as many planes as possible. My phone was off.
But I have to say, you were very good. And you've taught me a lot about handling feedback. Because like even recently, like you reached out to friends about give me some feedback on something.
Yeah.
And I thought about, wow, I mean, I'm always trying to process taking, like we talked about, like just figuring out who I can get feedback from. And I love your feedback. I trust it. I respect it. The way you give it is very caring and loving. But feedback from the wrong person,
Oh, yeah. Not great.
Not
Nightmare. Well,
how do you handle that?
I will say, part of me was doing it because my little inner critic, that person that was at the table, is so loud and mean and unreasonable. And so I look to people who love me and can tell me that that's not always the person I should be listening to. So weirdly, my friends sometimes are like a stand-in for my highest self when I can't do it for myself. So I was sort of looking for that. And it's funny because I was looking for feedback about the things that kind of bring me joy and the parts of my work that my friends see light me up. The point is, I was very targeted about it. I asked people that I love and respect, and that is the thing to do, I think. I also think that if you are going to get feedback from people, because a lot of us get unsolicited feedback.
Yeah.
Bill Hader once said to me, it was when I first started writing, and he was talking about notes, because I did not understand that process. I didn't really start writing until I was like in my 30s. And he said, you should take the note and not the solution. And that's what I feel like with feedback and people. It's like aggregate the kind of like common threads, and then you can be like, okay, I'm getting a kind of similar thing in this area where people seem to think I'm this thing. What does that actually mean? And where's that coming from for me? And is that something I feel like I can fix or investigate, as opposed to being like, that person has a problem with me? And then also, as we know, everybody's just thinking about themselves all the time.
100%. And what do you do because you're writing all the time, producing, directing, when you get a note that you deeply disagree with? How do you handle it in real time? Do you push back? Do you say, let me think about it?
I most likely go, that's a really good point. I'll address that. And then most of the time, if you don't, it doesn't. If you make the rest of the thing good, it doesn't matter.
It's so true. Like, it's the advice I always try to give people that are starting out, which is don't fight every battle in real time, because execs want to feel creative and they want to feel like they're part of it.
Yes.
And they get embarrassed.
Yes.
If you're like, what a dumbass note.
Yeah.
Why would you say just such a stupid thing?
And also, it's a waste of energy because it's such a long process. And if you're like using all of your currency to fight back with everything, you're going to be exhausted. You're not going to be able to be creative. Whereas if you go, yeah, good, great idea. We're going to figure out how to solve that,
But then you don't do it.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense because the thing they're asking for is completely contradictory to the other thing they're asking for. That happens a lot. So you can't do both. Again, it's like if somebody's having a problem with an area of the script or like a theme of the script or a character, something's wrong, but they're never going to know how to fix it. You have to do that.
When I gave you some feedback recently, one of the things that I said that you love to do is dance.
I was going to bring that up.
I want to talk about dancing.
Okay.
The importance of dancing in your life. And
our lives.
And I want to tell you something fun about this show. So we do this thing, like a little secret, like talking behind people's backs, but in a good way, which is before I interview you, I do a little Zoom with people and ask them what I should ask you.
Oh.
So before you came today, I Zoomed Retta and Darcy and was like, you guys, I'm talking to Rashida. What should we ask her? And we all started talking about dancing because we were talking about how we love doing it with you, how we've done it so much with you, how we've had the joy of like doing it with you over and over again at birthdays. And it was so fun to talk about because it's like what a lot of people associate with you.
That's nice.
The feeling of dancing and the feeling of like what it feels like to be good at dancing.
Thank you.
So what's your relationship to it? What does it do for you?
Well, I will say when we first met, I felt like we got right into dancing right away. Like we'd go out in New York and we would dance. Like it was almost like that was the way we got to know each other. Like we sat and talked, but also we just went and danced. And there's something that feels so instinctive, nonverbal, like just being in your body. I think as somebody who like probably is in my brain too much, it's a relief to dance. It's such a relief to dance.
Yeah.
And I don't even know how to describe it. I just want to be dancing all the time. And
Me
know
too.
that. Just want to be dancing all the time.
I think especially at social, like at social events, I get a little anxious and I need to express it somehow.
Yes.
And the chatting and talking, like you said, the small talk makes me feel crazy.
Yes. Yes, I would. And there's nothing worse for me than being in a small talk conversation and seeing the dance floor and hearing a song and being like, I can't believe I'm not there right now. And I have very rudely been like, excuse me, and just run to the dance floor because I cannot miss a good song. And Darcy and Retta and you have all been to my birthday party. So I used to have an annual birthday party that was a pajama jammy jam. And there were very strict rules. They were, come in your pajamas. You will not be let in without your pajamas. I only served cereal and pizza and candy. And this is not a party for socializing.
Yes.
There will be no talking in a corner. You're there to dance and dance only. You have to dance. And people stuck to the rules. And the people, like the diehard people who want to be there to dance, you could tell. Like there's certain people who are like that and there's some people that are not.
I remember in those early years too, people saying, I don't really like to dance. Should I come? And I'd say no.
No. Yeah, don't come. It's fine. We'll hang out some other time in a different
100%.
way, but that's
we'll
not this.
Have a cup of coffee outside of a deli sometime, but not this.
Not this. And it is a marathon. Like we get there, we are on the dance floor. DJ Tendaji is messing it up.
Yeah.
Like every era, just crushing it. And we're just there for 6.5 hours with a couple of water breaks. Like we just don't even talk to each other.
No. But Retta was so funny. Retta was saying like, the thing I love the most is when you find out a white guy can really dance. And she said Max Greenfield.
Yeah.
Max Greenfield really brought it.
Also Ben Schwartz, great dancer.
People should know that. John
Great
Ralphio.
dancer. And also like understands 90s R&B and 2000 R&B in like a deep, deep historical way. Also like it's great because it's such an equalizer to wear pajamas. It's not like, and I if you want to wear like a sexy pajama, okay, but that's not really the point. The point is to be comfortable and be kind of uniform in the sense that you can really focus on the dancing. I sound like extremely strict about this, and it's not. It's actually fun. And the way we're talking about it makes it sound like it's not fun.
You're talking to a person that I think rules are what make things fun. I hear somebody laughing in this room. I don't know why that's funny. rules are boundaries, right?
Yes.
Everything has like, you can't just be like, come whenever and anybody can come or whatever. It's like, that's a nightmare.
Yeah.
If someone's like, from 7 to 11, or we're going
Yeah.
here, or like that, I feel seen,
Yes.
like taken care of.
Yes.
Somebody said, I'm going to do this thing. It's going to go like this. Then you can have your feelings about it. But this is what it makes me feel like people are taking care of themselves.
Very swim lesson. Yes. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
swim lesson.
I just remembered my high school friends also all up in the
All
club.
of your high school friends. And I know all of your high school friends because of those jammy jams
Yes.
and your college friends.
Yes.
And they're amazing.
Thank you. Thanks.
And they're
I'm
so
lucky.
fun. But talk to us about swim lesson for a second because, yes, tell us what swim lesson is.
Well, to your point, it's a movie about a swim teacher, Bill Marsh, who has taught over 5,000 kids from like ages 2 to 5. And he has a very particular way of teaching. But part of that is the sort of boundary, his boundaries that he sets with these kids. So he's like, you can have all the feelings you want, but you have to stay in the pool. It's an 8-day intensive program. And the hope and actually the outcome most of the time, very, very, very most of the time, is that the kids have these breakthroughs and they go from crying and screaming and vomiting and running out of the pool to really enjoying being underwater and actually swimming a little bit. And it is this sort of parable for what it is to be alive. It's the first of many, many, many times that you will face something that you don't understand, that you're scared of, that you don't know how to do, and you make some progress and you feel good about yourself and you push through that. And it's both the pushing through it and the learning something new that makes you feel, that gives you self-esteem.
And you and Will McCormick directed it, produced it.
It's a short documentary.
Beautiful short doc. It's winning a ton of awards.
Yeah.
And it's, where can we see it?
You could see it on YouTube, on the LA Times channel on YouTube.
Highly recommended. It's so incredible. We got to screen it. I got to see it when you screened it at Pixar, which was very special.
That was so awesome.
And I don't think a lot of people know about your tenure at Pixar. Like it's almost impossible, Bones, to get a full, I just have to do little snapshots of your wide and illustrious career because you have done so many things. You do so many things so well. And because you're a curious person who likes to challenge themselves, you also are just doing new things all the time. And on top of the million places that people have seen you act and the things they've seen you write and direct, I don't think people also know that you had a stint at Pixar where you were writing. And you just have this way in which you kind of are of the world. You really want to experience a lot of things.
Thank you for saying that because for me, it's like I don't want it to be a problem, but it's like I see myself as a generalist almost, like where I sort of do like a tiny little dive into all these areas, but like a lot of people by the time they're 50 have done a deep dive into one area. And I feel grateful that I haven't totally done that. But then in some regards, I'm like, had I spent all of those hours doing one thing, would I be like that kind of, would I be like virtuosic in one place? I think also, the truth is, my beloved father who passed away a couple months ago, the bar of what he accomplished in this world is so high. It's unfairly high for anybody. And thank God for him because he really did like change culture. And so if I were being honest, like, he was a great dad and he loved me and he was so encouraging and he was so proud of me. But at the end of the day, like I'm looking at this person who's accomplished things that are like unimaginable and I can't not let that enter my orbit. So yeah, my standards are stupidly high, like and unfairly high to myself. So that's like also something I'm thinking about as I approach 50. I'm like, okay, how do I let go? That was his life. I'm so glad he let it. And that's not my life. And what is my life? And also what do I find kind of like joy and connection and what do I feel good at doing in my life that has nothing to do with that? And also like I do feel like there's this like hat trick where like the oppression of like only being one thing and being like domestic and whatever, and knocking out of the house. We've done the opposite, which is like the oppression of like having to do everything and then pretend like it's all easy and we're all fine with it. Like, it's impossible. It's an impossible standard.
And I like one of the reasons why I want to do this podcast is as I've watched so many men do the bare minimum.
Is this your bare minimum?
And this, I'm truly giving 25%, which is for most people is 75%. But it's like enough is enough. Enough with the 100%.
Sure.
And enough with improving ourselves and listening to stuff about how we're supposed to get better and better and better.
But it will make the rest of our life very interesting.
Well,
like, that's
I
what
mean, we're
makes
all going to
us-
live on a farm together and, right?
yeah.
We're all going to live on a farm together, right?
100%.
So Darcy and Retta had two questions for you.
Okay.
They're kind of the same question. And then I'm going to finish with the question that we're asking everybody on Good Hang. So the question they had for you, which is kind of a cute question, because it kind of came off of us hanging out and talking about how Retta described you as like, Rashida can be the lawyer of the group, which I love. So true. Which is like, wait, hold on. But it got us talking about little Rashida, like what did little Rashida want to be when she grew up? What was what did she want her job to be?
Well, Retta is partially right. I wanted to be a lawyer.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to be a lawyer or a judge or the president. No thanks. No thanks to that one. But yeah, I wanted to be a lawyer or a judge.
Did you know anyone that was a lawyer or a judge?
My grandfather was a lawyer, and my uncle is a judge.
No way.
My uncle Richard is a judge.
And you saw him, did you ever see him in action? Like see him bang a gavel and like judge?
No, but his brain is just that. He's got that brain. He's just like, he's parsing all the details and he's putting the facts together and he's like assessing. I love that.
Do you think you would, you make a good jury member? Do you think you're able to be?
I don't.
Me neither.
I don't think so. I think it would be, I'm too emotional for that.
Same.
Judge is different because I think you are considering emotion that's in there. I mean, obviously you're considering facts, but I think I like the idea of being the adjudicator of right and wrong. Which is something I'm like trying to let go of as I get older because there's so much gray and like it's so boring to think that you know morally what's the right thing for anybody, But I think I liked it, like as a kid, like you're always trying to suss out like where your boundaries are and like what's good and what's bad. And I think I liked the idea of like really enforcing that.
We did a fun, jokey thing on Parks and Rec where we took a picture one day on some like courthouse steps, me, you, Catherine Hahn, Adam Scott, Paul Rudd, and we looked like we were in a 90s drama called Philly Justice. That's what we called ourselves. And then because it was season 7 of Parks and we were probably phoning it in at that point, but we ended up pretending that we used to be in that show, and we did a whole text chain.
The writers took time off writing the show and wrote an entire episode of Philly Justice.
That's right. The writers wrote an episode that we filmed.
Yes.
That I have a copy of that I keep wanting to put on like TikTok or something.
Really?
I know.
I want to see it.
Oh, it's so good. Morgan Sackett, our producer, sent me the full thing. And
I
you
have to
play
see it.
Angie Martinez.
Yeah.
And she's a lawyer,
Yeah.
right? She's a lawyer?
She's a young, she's like a young second
defense
year law
attorney or like-
student
yeah.
something, yeah.
And there's a bunch of scenes where you object to things and you throw things down.
Not in a courtroom?
Yeah, you're not in a courtroom. And I think you and Han have like a
Rivalry?
no, I think you're in love. I think
we are?
I think you guys, maybe you yell at each other and then you kiss at some point. I forget.
Oh my God.
I got to get that out there on the internet so people can see it.
That was really fun.
But it's so fun. And there is a side of you that 100% I could see going in and putting a briefcase down.
Yeah, I'm not going to law school, but I think some part of me thinks I'm a judge. Isn't that just a testament to how much downtime you have on a set? That we create an entirely new show.
Yeah. we had time for a whole other show that no one ever saw. Okay, and then the last question, Good Hang. So we're trying to figure out how to like continually self-regulate here and find joy in all different places. And like I'm asking everybody to talk about what gives them relief. What is the thing they go to when they want to like laugh, check out, tune in, take a load off? It's small or big, but I feel we learn a lot about somebody by what they laugh at. What's yours?
Well, contrary to what we just talked about, which is I love good music and I love, I love the emotionality of listening to great music. Nothing makes me laugh harder than really confident, really bad singing. like sincerely confident bad singing.
People that know that they're doing a bad job? Okay.
I'm not laughing at them. I just like the gusto in which people, like I would watch the first couple seasons of American Idol with friends, like appointment television, sit down. Not like when it got to the good people, but like those first 5 episodes where people were just coming in hard with like no musicality whatsoever.
And they were super cocky.
Super cocky. There was one girl who, it was like what she did was actually musically amazing because she was tone deaf. She went to like 6 different keys in like 20 seconds. Like just kind of brilliant, but didn't know
And
what she
nailed
said.
it and walked out being like, I got
Nailed it. She said she was like Mariah Carey. That's what she said.
That's
when she walked
so
in.
interesting that you say that because there must be some like psychological part of you that likes the way people are approaching music as something that you revere so badly.
Yes.
Like it must be a huge release.
It is. It is. And to that point, I remember there was David Wynn and I once, I pitched this bit to him. It did not go well when we did it at Comedy, at Sketchfest. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Sketchfest? Where I was like, let's do California, what was it? California Dreaming? California Dreaming. I'm like, but let's do it like super genuine, sincere, come in like with a guitar, like start singing, and then I'm going to come in with the harmonies and they're going to be totally wrong. It was funny in concept, but like it was a release. It was like a feeling like, oh, I don't have to sound good.
Yes.
I could just go for it.
Have you ever seen that Domingo sketch on SNL?
Totally.
That's kind of
they
like
do
when
a
they
great job.
when
at
they like
bad
come
singing.
in so off.
Yes.
They're on
How do they do
purposely-
that? I wonder if somebody coached them how to sing badly because there's good singers singing badly.
I
It's
know,
really
like
good.
it's satisfying to watch like
Yes.
Ariana Grande not get the note.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it's not like sometimes when really good singers sing badly, they're like, and you could tell they're good singers. They're actually doing a good job convincing people they're bad.
When you do karaoke or see people sing karaoke, do you like it when they're off?
That's a little bit more painful because it's in person.
Okay.
You know?
So to get it down to the nitty gritty, it's like being with friends, watching on TV, someone that comes in and is like, buckle up. And then they just start
and
singing
then they just wail.
Roar by Katy Perry and they get it way wrong.
Yes.
And then they leave being like,
Nailed it. Yeah.
Suck
yeah.
on
People
that.
who are so confident were like, if you laughed, they wouldn't crumble. Like I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's good. That makes me want to watch old
I'm
American
gonna send you
Idol.
Some. I'm gonna send you some because I found them again. I found like the girl that knocked my socks
Wait,
off.
let me just look at her up before we go. Because we can do this now. I have a laptop.
It's deep in like it's like at a super cut of like.
Do you remember her name?
I don't, but it's like.
Do you remember what she sang?
Yeah, she sang Phil Collins' Take a Look Against All Odds. And she came in and she was like, people say I look just like Mariah Carey and I sound just like her too.
Is this her?
No, that's not her.
Oh. You sure?
Oh my God, that's her.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Sorry, we got to listen to this before we go. Oh yeah, she said she looks like Mariah Carey. She doesn't not look like Mariah Carey.
She does. She's cute.
She's cute.
You gotta turn it way up.
You would not think that this is going to go badly. Like,
That's what I mean. She's
Yeah.
cute and she's wearing a shawl.
she's wearing a shawl. She has really cute hair. She's like, she definitely, like, she wears cute jeans. And she's a little too close to the judges, which is already making me nervous. Like, she's standing too close to the table, which she doesn't have a good, like.
Here she goes. You ready?
Here she goes. Okay, hold on. Stand by.
The end, she goes off. Watch.
Take a good look at me now. That's a chance I got. Yeah. Take a look at me now.
Okay.
Wow.
So,
Like that's like acrobatic.
very
That's
good.
hard to do. Like I've tried to imitate that. It's hard to do.
That is very, very good.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's very, very satisfying to watch because you're right. She's kind of good. She's not hitting any notes.
No, she's not hitting any keys. And
any keys.
within that, she's hitting all the keys, which is amazing. Like, it's really hard to do.
She's also doing something that I like when singers do, where she's holding her throat as if she's like, I'll get it.
She's so nervous. I mean, she's so nervous, you can tell. But she's like, this is not going well. She knows. She starts to figure it out.
Wow, that is really satisfying. I'm going to hold on. I'm going to send that to myself so I can watch it again because that's so good. Also,
Take a look at me now.
now, 'cause you're just an empty space, and you come in. And then at one point she goes, "Ah!" She gets a little shout too. She didn't seem to be feeling like it was going badly though. So
Really? I think she
knew.
she was like, uh-oh. Maybe too late. But she was like, uh-oh. Because I think this was like, please stop. Please stop. Please just stop.
how funny would it have been at the very end? She ended and went, "Uh-oh." That would have been so funny if she said "uh-oh" at the end. All right, love you, Bones. Thanks for doing this.
Polos. That was fun.
All right, thank you so much, Rashida Jones. You were the best. I love you. Thank you for doing this for me. I don't think you had much of a choice, but thank you for doing it anyway, and I will do anything for you. We talked a lot about music, and it makes me think that before this episode is over, I feel like I need to just ask Chapel Roan if she'll come on again. Chapel, are you there? Are you listening? We've been reaching out to your team, and I'm assuming that no answer means a maybe, and I'm excited about having you on. I just think you're the best. I just love your music and everything that you're doing for the music industry. And I kind of started this podcast to talk to you. And when you come on, I'm going to end it. So I haven't told Spotify that yet, but you will be my last guest. So Chapel, come on soon because I'm tired and I'd love to wrap it up. So thank you everybody for listening. Thanks for hanging, and we'll catch you next time. You've been listening to Good Hang. The executive producers for this show are Bill Simmons, Jenna Weiss-Berman, and me, Amy Poehler. The show is produced by The Ringer and Paper Kite. For The Ringer, production by Jack Wilson, Kat Spillane, Kaya McMullen, and Alea Zanaris. For Paper Kite, production by Sam Green, Joel Lovell, and Jenna Weiss-Berman. Original music by Amy Miles. Welcome to another episode of Good Hang. I'm so excited about our guest today. It is the incredible Quinta Brunson, who is not only funny and smart and gracious and a seemingly great boss, but is a mogul, is kind of just an incredible driving force in an industry and in many ways saving it from extinction. No pressure. But anyway, I'm so excited to have Quinta here to talk about all of those things and to hang. And we always like to do something at the beginning of our shows where we gather people together that know Quinta, that have worked with her, that know stuff about her that we would never know, and ask them how they feel about her and what they think I should ask her. This episode is presented by the Toyota Grand Highlander. Life's journey brings constant change, filled with exciting surprises, new chapters, and grand challenges. And the Toyota Grand Highlander is more than a vehicle. It's your partner in embracing all life throws at you. Blinked and the kids have grown up, the third row can fit 3 adults. From daily routines to life-changing adventures, the Toyota Grand Highlander is up for every grand challenge. Learn more at toyota.com/Grand Highlander. Toyota, let's go places. Let me just tell you who I have here. With me, I have Kate Peterman. Kate's a writer on Abbott Elementary. Hi, Kate.
Hi.
Zach Evans, also writer, creative director in LA, founder of Create Repeat, an online community for creatives, and also a BuzzFeed alum with Quinta. Hi, Zach. We have Ash Perez. Hi, Ash. Ash, also a BuzzFeed, I guess you could say a BuzzFeed alum, right?
BuzzFeeder.
BuzzFeeder. Okay, welcome. And then we have the big boss, Andrew Gauthier, French name. Congratulations. Andrew, you were the head of BuzzFeed Video when Quinta and Zach and a lot of you were, and Kate and Ashley were all making content together. This is not a deposition. Nothing you say will be used. But welcome to Good Hang. How's everyone doing?
Feel a bit like I'm in a performance review with Andrew, but besides that, great.
Andrew, do you like to do performance reviews? Speaking of performance reviews.
Yeah,
Hmm.
because I think a lot of performance reviews are just like criticisms, and I think I always tried, and I think we always tried at BuzzFeed to focus on positives. You know, we wanted to like be an incubator for talent, so it was, you know, focusing on what people were best at.
Andrew, I can say that's a lot of corporate speak you just threw at me. You said incubator.
You said incubator. You said it.
Let's go around before we start and say some of our most fun corporate slang.
I'd like to circle back and piggyback off of what Andrew was just saying. Yeah.
Follow up on that, Kate. I would just like to +1 all of your comments on that as well.
I just want to ping that +1 real quick.
Do you guys know the comedian Lisa Beasley?
Mm-mm.
She does a corporate character that's so funny. She does on TikTok, she does a character called Corporate Erin.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
She did it during COVID, that incredibly long, nasally beginning of a meeting where she's like, it's 9:29 and I guess we'll get started. And she has like tons of vocal fry and she's definitely trying to get the meeting started and she's really upset and she has a lot of stuff to get through. It's not easy. It's not easy. Anyway, okay, Kate, why don't we start with you? Tell me how you and Quinta met.
We met in college. I met Quinta when we both got on the same improv team at Temple University, Foul Play, because our mascot was the Owls.
I'd love to hear that you did, like I did, very nerdy improv stuff because
Oh, yeah.
I think sometimes in comedy there are two types of people. There are the cool people, and then there are people that did improv.
Mm-hmm.
And you write for Abbott. How long have you been writing for the show, and what's that like?
Since the first season, it is sick because I remember being with Quinta on her like balcony at this old apartment, and she was like, she had just gotten home from Philly, and she was like, I was visiting my mom, and I just really want to do this show about teachers. And this was like years before Abbott actually happened, so it's been in like, it's cool to see it go from that idea, and then I was in the pilot with her and getting there to film and seeing her like walk around calling the shots and just because I got there and I was like, it was my first ever time, like whatever. And so I was so nervous and trying to be professional. And then she just turns the corner, was just like, KP, and just like nice and loud. And I was like, oh, this is so fucking cool.
I'm interviewing Quinta today. I'm going to ask her a bunch of, stuff that maybe one would expect me to ask. But is there anything you think I should ask or anything you think she'd like to even talk about or something you think people would want to hear from her?
Ask her if she now knows if Bon Jovi and John Bon Jovi are two different things. She asked me in confidence, like in a little whisper. She was like, are Bon Jovi and John Bon Jovi the same guy? Like as if she had to go talk to him and it was for no reason. And it's so funny to me.
Okay, that's a great one. Okay, Zach, moving on. How do you and Quinta meet each other?
I met Quinta in 2014 at BuzzFeed. I was an intern at the time. It was my first job out of college, and she had just got brought in to do a couple comedy videos with our friend Justin Tan. Quinta, to me, has always been so amazing at how forward-thinking she was. She was really adamant that the internet was a stage for her to play in. And, of course, we all grew up wanting to be on SNL and wanting to go this traditional route, going the stand-up route. And she did all of those things. And I truly believe she could have done it any path, but she decided to go this internet direction. And truthfully, I don't think she gets enough credit for being one of the first people to make the leap from being an internet personality to being in the mainstream and dominating.
Thank you, Zach. That was awesome. Okay, Ash,
Yes.
tell me your origin story and your question.
Okay, my origin story with Quinta is that we sat next to each other at BuzzFeed, and notoriously, probably unlike these people, where Quinta's original thought was Kate is tight. Quinta did not like me. My fun fact of my whole life is that the character of Janine is based off me, or loosely based off of me on Abbott.
Do you have confirmation of that?
Yeah, it's. She said it in an interview. She said it in Variety, so I have it.
He said it in the writer's room.
Yep. Okay, I have 2 questions. One is a serious one, and then one is going to make her groan, and she's going to know why I asked it, which I'm so excited for. So the first one is just, as an avid student of comedy, what are the top 3 sitcoms that influence your sense of comedy? Like, so much of my memories of Quinta, she used to come over to my house and we used to watch old I Love Lucy episodes and just like talk about like what structured the comedy, or we would watch pilots to stuff, and like just like an actual student of comedy in a way that I think is so valuable and that people don't necessarily know, especially because she got her start on the internet. She has a deep, deep lexicon. So I would love to hear her answer to that. And then, do you think you would have been as famous if you had ordered a medium instead of a large?
I can't guarantee it's going to make the cut, but I am curious to know the answer.
Well, one of her first viral videos ever for He Got Money was her, she orders a popcorn.
Oh, the popcorn and the
And she goes,
Skittles.
a large. And so
Right.
it's become very much like, and that was, I would say, one of her very first like memes along with He Got Money. So
Great. Okay, thanks, Ash. And Andrew?
Maybe this is corny, but I would actually be interested in what, 2014 Quinta would think about Quinta now. If you went back in time a dozen years ago while she was at BuzzFeed, like, how would she react?
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. It was really nice to see all of you again and to meet some of you for the first time.
Thank you, Amy.
bye.
Bye, all.
Amy
Thank
Poehler.
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Okay, Quinta Brunson is here. Quinta, I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you for doing this.
Amy, I'm grateful you are here and that you were born and that you exist.
I'm grateful that you were born. What day were you
Thanks.
born?
I was born December 21st, 1989.
Capricorn.
Sagittarius.
Oh, shoot.
I'm directly on the cusp.
Okay.
Directly on it. So you're not wrong, because some books do say Capricorn, and then so much on the cusp. I'm right at like 11:38 or something. I asked my mom. She was like, I don't know what time you were born. I was like, oh, okay, sorry for asking. But she said it was between like 11:30 and 12. So directly on the cusp, which is good, because I think if I was full-blown Sagittarius, I would have been a stripper.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I was full-blown, nothing wrong with it, but I'm just saying that I would have been a stripper.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I were a Capricorn, I would have been Elon Musk. I would have been really like...
I feel like there is a total mogul vibe that I get from you.
I know. I'm not going to capitalize on it.
Why
I don't
not?
want to be a mogul.
Okay, let's talk about this, because you kind of are already. So it's... You're not?
No. What do you think classifies a mogul?
Well, this is a really good question. I feel like you are the captain of a huge ship.
Mm-hmm. One ship, though.
That's true, but that's just because you're acting. Once you get off set and have to do those hours, you're going to be the captain of like 4 ships.
We've talked about this, Amy.
I know.
don't want to. I just want to do my thing.
I just so relate to
Yeah.
this grind that you're on. And also, Quinta, here to say, like, it is phenomenal what you are doing.
Thanks, Amy.
That show is, number one, saving and has saved sitcoms.
Thank you.
It is proof. It is what everybody points to
Yeah, I do. Yep.
as a spec, as a comp for how comedy can still work on broadcast TV.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not many left.
No, I hope that changes. I do.
Agree.
And I do admire the other sitcoms that are out there maintaining. They don't grasp the same kind of attention that Abbott does, but I do think there are other, producers and showrunners out there attempting to do good work, specifically on network television. And There's a show, Ghost, on CBS that has a bigger audience than we do. It just doesn't garner the same attention. So I just always try to acknowledge that there are other shows trying, but I do also understand that Abbott occupies a very unique and specific space. So, you know, it's funny because we're 4 seasons in now, and I really want like counterparts. You know, I want. I live for a renaissance. I don't enjoy the feeling of. St. Denis is a show on NBC, and I feel like that. But so much of this, and maybe I don't know if it was like that back then, but so much of it is about timing and win and presentation, and so much goes into making something an overall success now that I don't call myself lucky because I think about all the things that go into it, but I do think you have to think about so many different factors to make your show a success at all now.
Totally. And I know you're a big student of the sitcom. Like, you're a big comedy student in general. What were the shows that you cared about growing up? What were the sitcoms that you think about, and what were the ones you thought about when you were making Abbott?
Coach was a show that was very formative for me. I forgot. My mom and we loved Coach, and it just reminded me how much Coach was on in my household. That was like, if that was on, we were stopping and we were watching. I'm not sure if it was on Nick at Night yet, but that was a big show for me. Mary Tyler Moore or King of Queens, very big for me. I don't know why, but one of the biggest influences in my life. I still love that show to this day. 30 Rock, huge.
I know, you're a big 30 Rock fan. I know that about you.
It's so ridiculous.
Great.
Little show called Parks and Rec, The Office, of course, Martin, Living Single, Curb Your Enthusiasm. I don't know if that counts because it's not network, but Always Sunny, same kind of bucket as Curb. I'm forgetting things.
Well, I'm sure you're asked this question, but what do you think? I always thought that for me, what drew me to a sitcom was the fact that I could picture in my mind what the characters were doing when I wasn't watching them.
Yep.
And that's exactly what happens on Abbott.
Definitely. That's a big part of it. And I think it's important if I can see the end of their journeys in the sitcom. And I don't know, that doesn't mean I know when it's going to come, but I see, maybe that's just important for writing. You know, you see a destination for your characters. But very important to me when it comes to making a sitcom. When I visit sitcoms like Parks or The Office, and I think about where those characters began and where they end, that is what kind of inspired me to tell that story about a different set of characters. I also think like worlds that really have a day-by-day engine, you know, like there's some silly thing. I would say Friends was huge for me too, because it was when I started to really grasp onto plot lines that were so, you know, Monica lost her earring. I think that was like big for me for some reason when it's like, you can make a whole plot about, but that's like a day-to-day of a friend group. And that's what happens in Abbott, just day-to-day issues that we turn into hilarious conundrums and situations. And
I read
fun.
something that really struck me, felt so familiar when you were talking about Janine, your character on the show, that you wanted her and her look to feel appropriate with her job and her town, which, and I felt that because I remember when we were first starting to build Leslie Knope's character, like I really wanted her hair to be very blonde, and because she's getting her hair done in Indiana. No offense to the great stylist in Indiana, I bet there are many now, but you know, like she's not going to get lowlights at the best salon. She's trying what she can do. She's like, she's not quite getting it right.
Yeah, and that's beautiful though. That's so human.
And you're doing that. You've talked about that with Janine. How are you doing it with Janine?
Janine started in a place where I think a lot more about Janine than I think shows up on screen, which honestly is what you want. I don't need the audience to think about her as much as I do. But I knew from the beginning, this is a girl who had a weird relationship with her mother. Maybe her mother didn't teach her how to like take care of her hair, or even her dress comes from, I want to be the opposite of my mother because I don't think my mother's a good person, so I should dress like a good person, which is the opposite of how she dresses, which is kind of, but Janine doesn't believe it's slovenly or bad. Janine looks in the mirror and goes, this is a good outfit. You did it, girl.
You did it, girl.
You did it. You did it.
She does that trick where she turns to the,
You know?
and she takes one accessory off too,
You know?
too much.
I feel like she goes, you look exactly like Holly Berry. And, and like, it's like, no, you don't. But she believes she does. And I think that's sweet. I think when the character believes so deeply that the show doesn't care what the audience thinks. That was a challenge with Janine because I'll be real with you, you know, she's a Black character. Black audiences have so few still representative characters on screen.
Mm-hmm.
And Black womanhood alone is so touchy. So when a lot of women were seeing Janine not present as they wanted her to, that became tough. And I understand it. But I think it's important for us to have characters who are more realistic than they are the absolute best representation of us. I think it creates layers for us, not only on TV, but in the public eye. When I was thinking about her, I wasn't really thinking about representation, but she became representation. I don't know if you dealt with that with like Leslie
I
Knope.
think it's always the interesting struggle about playing comedic characters is you want them to be flawed and have stuff to learn. And the minute people, either yourself or other people, start to get in your head about what they should be representing, what it often does is limit the way, honestly, that men get to play characters, which is they get to play these like really flawed people with a lot. And I think it's often the burden that women are made to carry, which is we're supposed to be a lot of things at once, which few people are. So it's hard to do both. It's hard to play somebody funny who's also like really got it together.
Yeah.
And is very, you know, like on chapter 10 when you meet them.
Yes.
And I think Janine, it was like one of the most exciting things about that show was you could see, oh, we're really going to go on this ride with her. Like we're on this ride with her.
And it's sometimes, I think it's hard to get people on the ride because they don't know they're on the ride. And I think Abbott really started where I was like, this is going to be a ride. And I feel like that goes into thinking about things. This is going to go for seasons. I want to tell stories here. We got to start somewhere. We cannot end, you know, where we want to get to in season 10. And I think when audience members don't know they're on a ride, it can be very frustrating for them. And maybe this wasn't always the case before the internet, but now, I don't know if you dealt with this on Parks. I have had people come up to me on the street and go, I don't like what you're doing with Gregory's character. And
yeah, and you're like, oh, thank you so much for caring. It's you're caring all over me. Thank you so much.
What? It's insane. It's become a real direct, like, and then that person went, I messaged you on Instagram about it.
Well, I tried to get in touch with you, and I wanted you to know that I don't like what you're doing with Gregory's character.
She's really come to me in a club, mind you, like very much like, oh, I'm so glad I'm seeing you. I sent you an Instagram message. I like how you pretended you didn't see it, but now I got you in person. I don't like what you're doing. I was just like,
aren't those times where you wish you were like the enigmatic film actress who people feel nervous to approach?
I do. I very much do.
Because television, people feel like really, really, you're part of their family.
You're part of their family, and we love that.
Well, you have this incredible claim. Like, I don't think it's spoken of enough that you took advantage of the window. Kind of, you know, you're 10 years after I was coming up, which was basically that there was this BuzzFeed video window where people were producing stuff online, early online.
BuzzFeed was interesting because it was so international that you were aware that, like, oh man, like people in Japan are watching our stuff. We're being dubbed in different languages. So you're aware of that. But for me, I was never very proud of my online presence. I felt like, as someone who came from improv and sketch, I was still performing at IO every night. And then I realized that my improv group, we realized people were coming to see our group. because of my online presence.
Mm-hmm.
And we were more used to, all right, guys, we got 10 people in the crowd tonight. Let's go crazy. That's 3 more than last week. We're killing it.
No
And
parents tonight.
It's so good. And then all of a sudden we have a packed IO for, when we're like, what is going on? But they're coming because they're actually paying attention to when I post. I have a show at IO tonight, and like people were coming. I was like, what are these people doing here? And they're like, you said you had a show. I was like, oh, you get so used to know, I don't know, but you were part of like the heyday of UCB. But I'm just saying, like in my world, it was like, if you got 8 people in the audience, it was like,
Oh, 100. That
Yeah.
was our always trying to get people. But
Yeah.
you were kind of ahead of your time because there was this feeling, to your point, like where that content didn't count.
yeah.
Like it almost felt, like a side gig while you were trying to get the gig. But now, however many years later, you look at it now and it's like the way that everybody is discovered.
I came to just appreciate it as another stage. If you can get on a stage and do stand-up, get on an improv stage and do improv, why can't you make a video to garner an audience? Isn't that what we want to do as performers anyway?
Totally. And
you
also
know?
it's a way to just practice writing.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what it really did for me. I had taken writing courses. I had studied comedic writing, but I do think writing for BuzzFeed was the best way to learn how to do it for massive audiences, which is a skill that I still see writers, peers, they don't technically teach you that in school.
Yeah.
I think it's something you learn by doing.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
And I think what improv and sketch teaches you is just like picking your battles. Like you find people that write stuff and they don't want to change it and they want to kind of lock it in. And there's the one thing with sketch and improv is your ideas, they just are thrown away over and over
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
And you get this muscle
Totally.
that you haven't had your last good idea.
Yes. Absolutely. Which is so freeing.
Yeah.
It makes you a more collaborative person and makes for better work. And I think, so BuzzFeed definitely did that. We made, which was insane, we would make like 3 videos a week that were going to be shared and seen by like millions and millions of people. And if one bombed, it was like, I'm already on my next video. I'm gonna, I've moved on.
You're like, I don't know what
and-
you're talking about.
Yeah, literally. I can't remember half the things I made there, which is both good and bad. But I feel like you probably can't remember half the sketches you did for.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of BuzzFeed.
Oh no.
I lost my glasses.
Oh, are you just getting glasses? Oh, I got scared. I was like, what's
Speaking
gonna
of
come from under the
BuzzFeed,
table?
check out my new glasses from BuzzFeed. Oh, actually, I'm going to take a lip balm break if you want to take one too.
I do.
Quinta and I brought our lip balm.
Lip balm and water.
And kept it close. And I'd love just to take
Oh, this
a
is my
moment.
camera?
Mm-hmm. Get in there. Hold on. Yours looks better because it has a little wand. Mine is my grubby little finger. But
No, it's cute. That's how the girl puts it on in the Sephora commercial.
she does it with her finger?
Yeah.
Hmm.
What else you gonna do with it?
I just love once again to ask Laneige if they ever want to sponsor.
Y'all sponsor Amy. Y'all
This
know what
is
to
a
do.
lip
Stop
sleeping
playing.
mask. For now, I'll turn it to the side so I won't sully your brand. But I want you to know that I've stuck my disgusting finger in that pot many times, and it's always
And not just at
served me
night.
right. That's not just at
Not
night,
just
baby. It's
at night, baby.
lip sleeping mask.
Yep.
It's not just for night.
Not just for nighttime.
Okay, so we do this fun surprise thing where before I talk to you, I get on a Zoom with some people that know you.
Whoa. I'm so
know,
scared.
and just to talk
excited.
about you and really to like get some perspective on what I think I should ask. So earlier today, I was on a Zoom with Kate.
No way!
Yes!
Did Kate freak out?
She's the best.
She loves you so much. Did she pretend she was?
She was very cool. Everyone was very cool.
That is so funny. Oh my
Okay,
god!
I was on a Zoom with.
Okay.
So it was like a BuzzFeed reunion. It was
Oh,
Kate. It was
man.
Ash.
No. Oh.
Zach.
Which one?
Evans.
Stop! These are people who probably were freaking out, Amy.
They seemed very cool.
They seemed cool because they probably got it together first, but you need to know that this probably...
And then your old boss, Andrew.
Andrew Gautier? Oh,
French last name.
he's so hot, guys. Not a pro. I don't work for him anymore. I can say that.
Yeah, you're
but
right.
he's a sweet man.
And so we were talking
How
about,
sweet.
it was really cute. And it's kind of like talking well behind someone's back is the goal. And
love this.
they were so happy to do it. And we were just kind of talking about that time there and your time there. And it was really cute because everyone was, kind of going back to when exactly what you were saying, when we were producing a lot of stuff and everyone was trying to figure out where to live. And it's a very tender time. And the people that were there and a lot of, like Kate especially, are people that you still work with and who Kate told this amazing story about like one of the first days on set and how she can remember you saying, I think I want to do this show, about teachers. And then, smash cut to
Crazy.
It happening.
Yeah, I have such a random weird. So someone, this is so bad. Someone tried to sue me to say me, WB, ABC, and say that they came up with Abbott. And my memory is shit. There's something to know about me.
Same,
yeah.
Really bad. I think it's because we have to learn lines.
I think so too. Kate's memory is locked the fuck in. And Kate was like, no. I will go into that courtroom for you because she was there the moment I had I knew that it wasn't true, but I had nothing to back it up.
Right.
And it's okay. That's why we have lawyers. I was never going to have to back it up anyway, but I'm just like, damn, I cannot remember. Kate remembers time, date, where, when. Incredible. So she's my best friend, but she's also just incredible for stuff like that. She has the memory that I don't have, which I need a lot.
I think we share this in common too. Your female friendships are super important to you.
Super important.
Like why? What do they do for you?
Oh, that's a good question. Oh man, that's such a good question. I don't know what they do for me.
Well, you just said something that I feel like, if I may, I feel like a lot of women in my life would testify for me.
Yes.
They really do.
Yes.
They experience life with me and we all kind of remember for each other.
For each other, yeah. And maybe Kate and I particularly have been through so much together as friends, as women, as comedy writers.
Kate wanted me to ask you this.
KP.
KP. Are you aware now that Bon Jovi and John Bon Jovi
Shut up, Kate. Shut up. Don't go through Amy to do that. That's not nice, Kate. That's not okay, Kate.
But can we?
That's not okay,
Are you
Kate.
aware that
Yes,
Bon Jovi is?
Okay. I don't know white people. I know you. I know Tina Fey. I know. That's it. I know white people in comedy. Okay.
You don't need to know.
You feel me?
You don't need to know.
I point to the one black girl. I just don't know some people. I understand the name Phil Collins. I don't know what Phil Collins looked like. I don't know that he's different from.
Sorry to that man.
That Kiki moment.
Unbelievable.
Was so on point. That is how I move through life. If they're not in comedy, truly.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I actually think that's also a wonderful way, like almost a gentle form of rebellion, which is, I have to say, my generation was told that we had to know a lot of these people.
For sure.
And now we don't really need to know them. It's okay.
It's okay. And also, you were working in pop culture too. I mean, SNL is still essentially working in pop culture. You have to know, I don't have a reason to know who. I'm not crazy. It's crazy to be in a band called John. Is he John Bon Jovi? Is the band See?
She doesn't know.
I couldn't tell, and it's crazy because now
I'm going to blow your mind even more. His original name, was John Bon Jovi, and then he changed. The band name was Bon Jovi, a shortened version of his real name. So then he started going by John Bon Jovi. But true fans know that it was Bon Jovi.
You know everything you just said sounds crazy, right?
I know.
And the thing is, I'm supposed to know this, but then I'm supposed to deal with people who can't tell me and Keke Palmer apart. or say my name, or can't. I just cannot. If you know about Bon Jovi and I'm too difficult, it's 2 syllables. Quinta, same person. I don't understand. Anyway, so that was tough. And I don't. You know what else is crazy? I lost my point, but I was going to say something about John Bon Jovi.
Band. I'm trying to think of a band name. Like, who could I compare it to that had a band that was named after their last name? Oh, well, there's another bunch of white boys. Remember Hanson?
I understood that. I understand that. You know who I got mixed up for the longest time? Not anymore. But there was no reason for me as a young girl in Philadelphia to understand the difference between Sandra Bullock and Julia Roberts. There was no reason for me to know the difference.
You might have a little bit of face blindness.
I do. I do have that. And they know. I know Sandra knows now because that's my girl. Of course, I can tell you guys apart now. But when growing up,
Sure.
no reason for me to know that.
Sure.
And when people are like, you don't know. No, I don't.
I like that. I'm glad that you absolutely do not need to know.
Yeah. I can't believe Kate's.
Okay. Okay. Ash had 3 sitcoms who have influenced you. We talked about that. And then Andrew asked, what would 2014 Quinta think of Quinta now?
Oh, Andrew.
I know. It's such a managerial question too.
Oh, Andrew. Andrew's so lovely. I think 2014 me would be like, exactly, period. Because I was a very determined, knew where I was going girl. I do not like to do that thing where people pretend I'm like, I had no idea, like, this could happen to me. Like, no, I made every single move in my life so that this could happen to me, including leaving Philadelphia. I knew specific things had to happen. And even the way I came into BuzzFeed, I had vision. I was like, I see where this place is going. I see what I can do here. I see how not only it can help me, but how I can help it. And I think it's a means to something much larger. So 2014 me didn't exactly know this, but I think that's the beauty of vision. You can see something, you're working in accordance with something, and I'm a big believer in that, I think.
You know what I love that you're doing too, and from here on out, I guess we would call it like the Chalamet, in terms of like, I want to be the greatest. But what I think,
that kid. Go ahead.
Yeah, what did you think of that moment? I loved it. Oh no,
what I thought was so interesting about that moment,
let's just whisper,
because he can hear us, whether it was coordinated or not. I thought him mentioning Viola Davis in his speech, I was like, that is fucking smart.
100%.
Whether it's coordinated or he really, really meant it, very smart to do.
Smart kid.
That alone had me.
Me too.
Had me. And in a way that I don't care if it was like, I'm going to say this because, or I genuinely really mean it. Because even if you were going to say it because, just say it because mention Viola Davis.
100%.
And
it was at the very least, it was the example of someone paying attention.
Yeah.
And I think that, not to gender it happens to men too, but women are especially required to be very surprised by their success. Absolutely. And really they're asked all the time, can you believe it? Can you believe it?
Yes.
Like, how does it feel?
Yeah.
And you and I think, share the similar thing, which is, it feels good. I've been working really hard. I imagined it would happen for me. I've been there along the way. I've watched it slowly grow. It hasn't been overnight.
Yeah.
And it was, and yes, of course, luck. And yes, of course, privilege. And yes, of course, time.
Totally.
All of that stuff. And also, I believed it could happen. And so now there's sometimes an expectation of people want the kind of ingenue vibe of, how did I get here? Like,
oh my God.
The lights, the cameras.
I just tripped and then I was here. I can't believe it. Oh my. I'm not doing that. One thing I love I've always appreciated about you is you also do that without sacrificing your sense of like whimsy. I don't know, you still have fun and you don't apologize for that either. And I think that's really cool. When I went to see you and Tina in Vegas, and that was so fun because actually Ash and Kate came with me, and I told you that was like our Super Bowl. But you did what it's storytelling stand-up, and seeing you do new things, I was like, yes. You are not apologizing for the fact that you have this show or all the things that you've done, but you also are having enough fun with trying new things, and you just have fun. Like, you have a smile on your face. You're not like...
I mean, this is kind of honestly why I'm doing this, is because it's kind of like, I want to talk to people. I have a good time. I listen to a ton of podcasts.
Yeah.
I don't think that because you get to a certain level of something that you're supposed to get really tight and
Yeah.
get worried about trying new things. You're supposed to do the opposite because you're lucky enough to be confident.
Totally.
You're lucky enough to have some currency or some people who believe in you. So that's when you're supposed to keep staying flexible,
Yeah.
trying and failing over and over again. And I think you are similar. Like we learned it early. We learned it with improv and sketch. You're just supposed to keep trying things.
You're supposed to keep trying. I think have seen a lot of other women who are in similar positions become harsh over time because, so if you're going to be that confident, now you almost have to take up a harsh demeanor or something.
That's right.
So you have to
That's right.
be masculine. Like if you're going to say, I'm good at it and I know it, then you better be masculine too. Don't you dare smile ever again since you know you're so good. But it's weird. Like I'm really interested in watching women push back out loud, not just talking about it, but actually doing it, which is why I say I like to see you like smile so much, because to me, that is the act of doing it and like have fun in front of people's faces. It's weird. It's almost like that kind of makes people angrier than anything else. When I am like having pure unadulterated fun, I feel a small sense of like, how dare you?
Oh, it's a revolutionary act as a woman to have fun. And the other thing is, that I would say about you that I've said behind your back is Quinta plays loose.
Oh.
And what I mean by that is a good athlete. To me, you're like a good athlete.
Amy, don't talk sports to me right now. I'll fall in love. I love sports.
I mean, this is a podcast. We should probably only be talking about sports.
You want this thing to do well.
But you play so loose because you are so good at what you do and you are in charge. But you would you just have that ease, and you have it when you act. You have it when you're in giving a speech. I mean, your Emmy speeches when you win are so good because they are exactly what you say. You are in the moment. You're not going, who, me? I didn't even know. It's like, this is a correct choice. You chose you just go, thank you for choosing the winner. That I am the winner. This is a correct choice.
Funny.
But you're also super gracious to everyone who is in your category. You give you put things in context, which few people do.
Oh, thanks, Amy.
And it's really relaxing to watch you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I love sports so much.
Oh my
and
God, I
it
love
is
sports too.
my honor to be called the Josh Allen of.
I don't know who that is.
No, he's the quarterback for not the Giants, sorry, not the Jets, the Bills, sorry, thank you.
Oh, the Bills. Oh, he's so nice. He's dating Haley Steinfeld.
He is dating her. I never even knew that information.
Now I know that. He's dating Haley
Steinfeld.
and he did a very sweet thing where he knew all the young children that he visited at a recent hospital. He knew all their names. I don't know his stats.
He's controversial, but as a player, people think he's. I'm not gonna whatever, but
he has a beard.
This is what I think about sports players. Don't tell me, I don't need to talk to them. I don't need to know about their personal lives. I'm trying to do this with the Eagles now. Do not look at them. They don't perceive them. They do football well. Don't come over here.
Okay, I'm the exact opposite. I don't care so much about the football, but I want to know.
You want to know everything.
How's it going with mom?
See,
I want to know.
That's the problem. People,
what do you do in the off season?
Going into Josh Allen's life. No, let's talk about what he does with the football on the field. That's what's important to me.
I hear you.
But anyway,
that's like the Olympics, though. When the thing starts, when the whatever they're competing in starts, I'm like, but I like all the stuff when they're back in their hometown.
I feel you. I mean, I guess it is important. I guess I'm only talking about the Eagles. I just don't want people to ask.
Congratulations on your win, by the way. That must have been exciting.
It was. So much has happened to me in the past 10 years, but I would say top 5 is the Eagles winning the Super Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
I'm feeling so good. Quinta, is there anything? I mean, we have to just, I guess, promote Abbott, which
please watch Abbott Elementary. It's on ABC, which is a network.
We all know. We all know where it is. It's on
Hulu and HBO Max.
I know during COVID, I had so many people come up and say that Parks got them through, and I know the same for Abbott.
Totally.
I took that at the time as this bigger feeling that comedy is a comfort, and there's some kind of giant warm feeling I get from being a part of anything that special.
Same.
Did you get the same experience? And people say that to you?
Absolutely. And it is a mark that you get to leave with the world, not on the world, but with the world, which is so special. There was a girl that came up to my co-stars on the street, Cheryl and Lisa. I can't stop them from walking around on the streets. I try. I can't do anything about it. We just filmed in Philly, and I had one thing. I was just like, hey guys, maybe don't walk around here because very recognizable. Maybe just take it easy. Nope. No. They go to get their nails done. They're walking to different stores. I can't control them. Anyway, but a girl walked up to them, and Cheryl took a video of this girl talking about how in our show, because Philadelphia has a huge Muslim population, we try to represent the city as much as we can. And we had an episode that featured a young Muslima girl in her hijab, and this girl was crying, came up to Cheryl talking about how much that meant to her. It's like the opposite effect of someone being like, I don't like what you're doing with Gregory. It's someone being like, you don't like get, like she said, she was already a fan of the show. Wow. That wasn't going anywhere. But then to see that like shifted her shit. And I think that is like the power of a sitcom. We're making you laugh, and then we're making you cry, and we're in your house with you, either in the binge format or once a week. And it's that laugh that's special. Because I can be in the house with the drama all the live long day, but I'm like scared of people after I watch them on a drama for too long. Like, oh God, you scared the hell out of me. Even though they're very nice people, it's like, y'all are scary. But the laugh is like, you cannot.
I think it's holy.
Special.
I think it's holy.
I think so too. I don't want to be corny, but
I mean, I love
special.
being corny, so I think it's straight up holy.
Maybe I'm about to be in my corny era.
Come on in. Come on over. I'm in it. And it's great. And you can just say things like laughter is holy, and everyone goes, oh, that's but Anne Lamott, Anne Lamott, the great writer, she says that laughter is carbonated holiness, which is like kind of how it feels for me. Like when laughter actually happened, it feels like you're getting some kind of spiritual thing is happening.
It's so spiritual.
I agree. Why is that corny?
It's so the same too. It's the same everywhere. It's in the same. It was a Mean Girls line about math being the same in every country, but laughter is that to me.
Except for French people, I don't get.
I'm so proud of Abbott making French people laugh. There's almost nothing I'm more proud of, by the way. I just was saying this to my friends the other day in our group chat. I was like, the fact that like French people.
They love Abbott?
They watch it and they like it. It's like weirdly one of our biggest markets.
Whoa.
I'm so proud.
That's incredible.
Of me. Those are the things that make me proud of me. That French people are like, I enjoyed the show. That is a French people are more.
I wouldn't be that proud of it because French people are so embarrassing. And I don't think people talk about it enough. I find French people are.
In what ways?
French people got 2 strikes, and they're just. In what ways?
Yeah,
the way how French they act all the time.
The way they walk, the way that they talk, the way
there
that
used
they
to be
dress.
a really.
Amy has a Kendrick-like feeling towards the French.
Well, I'm probably feeling like I'm not as cool as them, and so I'm acting out because Fred Armisen and I used to do a bit where we wanted to do a sketch called French Teenagers, and it was just like. Really cool French teenagers, like with leather jackets, like doing backflips and smoking cigarettes.
Totally, I love that.
French people are cool, but they're embarrassing too.
They're embarrassing. I got to meet him for the first time. What a nice man.
You've never met Fred?
Never. That was also what was cool about the SNL 50 was like people I never met before, and he was talking to Tim
Meadows?
Tim Meadows. And so I was going to say hi to Tim, but I did not know he was talking to Fred Armisen. And I did the thing that I hate where I just assumed that, which is so bad to say, but I was like, oh, he's probably talking to a writer. I won't interrupt, but I'm just going to say hi to Tim. And I was like, hello, Tim. Da-da-da. And Fred goes, hi. I was like, holy shit, I thought you were a writer. That came out wrong. My bad. What's going on, man? It was so, but he was so sweet and kind. He was a nice man. He was a nice man. Zach Galifianakis, nice man.
Oh, he's the nicest guy and so funny.
You like Peyton Manning?
Love.
Dog,
He's a good time too.
Love
Peyton
him.
He's just like, he's so funny, naturally funny.
He's so funny.
He's so, and I'm sure you've worked with this already. Like at SNL, there's athletes that come through and they're like, I'm really funny. And you're like, Okay.
Okay.
But Peyton is
Genuinely funny.
Really,
A really
really
nice
funny.
man. He became my MVP of the weekend. Not gonna lie. I
Do you
like
carry
him.
you around like a football?
No, it's just that as soon as I walked in, I saw so many wonderful people that I do know, but when I walked in, I had a coffee in my hand. He was like, "Hey, where'd you get that coffee?" And I was like, sorry, man, I bought it from the hotel. I knew it might be a little crazy." He's like, "I should have did that." And it was just so human. And then I got to talk about football with him at the park. It was just like super sweet.
Do you do what
Yeah.
sometimes happens with guys like that where they're so giant and you're little, I'm little too, where sometimes I find myself just kind of like touching them
Yeah.
without knowing, like, wow, like you're
Wow.
a tree.
I also feel like we aren't the same species.
Exactly.
I don't feel as though, and I know we're both human. No, I know we're both human. I'm saying, but how there's like, oh, I am a domestic dog. You are a wolf.
Yes, exactly.
So maybe
And-
it's the same species.
And
but
I
not.
I think it's an instinctual thing where sometimes like I was talking to Jason Momoa and I found myself putting my like hands on like help, like a tiny, like a little, an animal, I guess, just trying to hang on
and
to touch it.
Jordan, you know who Jordan Maliata is? He's a football player. He came to my set the other day. He's massive. He's massive. Football players are big. He's a big football player.
Yeah.
And he's just huge. And I'm just looking up and
Did you get your
talking
little
before you know
paws?
it, your hands are just on his shoulders. Like, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to. Why am I touching you? But
I know
no.
I feel like big men must get that more than you think, which is people just going, hey, and touching it.
People touch us a lot too, though.
Yeah, they pat us.
Go, hey, little buddy.
They do. They do. You get a little pat on the head, or you get a little.
Have you ever been picked up against your will?
It is one of my least favorite things.
Least favorite things in the world.
People are laughing because
why are y'all laughing? That
I've
shit
gotten picked up. It's a comedy improv thing. You get picked up in scenes, and I don't know how to explain it other than pure rage.
It is insane. And to have your feet lifted off the ground against your will. If I'm going on a roller coaster, I signed up for that. If I'm doing something, you know what I'm saying? But to just be lifted off, and me, I'm so sturdy. I think I'm super, like, I'm 10 toes down all the time. To be lifted off my 10 toes is so disorienting.
Unless it's the right person.
It's the right person.
And then you're like, oh my God. You're like, what? How can you lift me?
But it changes my whole purview. I think I'm so big and I'm so strong. And if someone lifts you up, I'm like, I'm a pet. I feel like, you pick your pet up and they don't have any. That's what happens to me.
Or you go, or you say, put me down, put me down. Like then you feel very stressed.
When people are like, why are men so? I get it, because as a woman, I'm a little like iffy about my height sometimes. So yeah, I mean, whatever. I get 6 foot men, but nothing wrong with the.
I think you identify as tall. That's what I
do.
Say.
That's why getting picked up throws me off so much.
Yes.
Because I do identify as tall, and that's a break in reality for me. It is. I really feel like it's my cat. My cat feels super tough. He thinks he runs shit. And then I pick him up and he's like, whoa, hey, don't be picking me up. I run this house. No, you don't. I can pick you up. So that's why it throws me off when someone picks me up, because I'm just like, oh.
I don't like it either. Well, you heard it here first. Don't go up to Quinta and pick her up, and do not point and give any thoughts, and try to not say who she reminds you of. And
no, that was a you thing.
Oh, that's
okay
a me
with
thing.
it.
That's
Yeah,
a me
yeah.
thing. Okay.
You can say it. I might
all right,
not like
that's just
it.
me. So before we wrap up, I'm doing something, I'm asking, because again, we're attempting to have a good hang here. And I'm asking people, like, what are you going to right now that's making you laugh? What is the thing that you look up, or a place you go, or a person you talk to, or a thing that, is kind of the way that you escape?
I regret to say that there's these videos online. Now, I don't really watch TikTok.
Really? Why?
I just don't. I never
It's
really.
incredible.
So there's these videos I'm learning
I love
of
it so
this
much.
cat, and and I don't like it because it's AI.
Okay. Look,
I don't like
look,
it.
this isn't a shame-based. I mean, there's no shame here.
I'm shaming me. For
It's an
enjoying
AI
it.
cat? Hold on, I gotta check
Yeah,
this out.
and he always is. He starts his day.
Okay, already. Okay.
He starts his day.
What's his name?
HSIN. I don't know how to pronounce him. He is from Asia.
Okay.
And he.
HSIN cat?
Yeah. Do you see him? HSIN.
Okay, let's see. Oh, HSIN. Yeah, cat. It's a breed of cat.
Look, can I?
Yeah, let's look
find
at
him?
it.
No, you're gonna have to search for him in TikTok.
Okay,
when
very
you-
good. Stand by. I'm gonna look him up.
And he always begins his day. He wakes up and he decides he goes to the market and he buys some vegetables, and then he goes and finds. Are you looking at him? No, it's not.
No, hold on.
No, it's not.
Oh, this cat?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll put him up here. But
So he will find a friend like a chicken or a rabbit.
he's finding a chicken in this one.
Is he? And so what he
and
does,
he's also
and then he cooks the chicken.
and he cook.
So, but he drugs them first. He invites them over for a drink, and then they drink it and they pass out. He's drugging these friends.
Wait. Okay, this is a whole story.
Yeah. And then he cooks them and he eats them, and he even has a little funeral for them after he cooks them. It's like, you killed him. And he has his friend, the lion, who he calls over to eat, because I think the lion is the only apex predator in his life, because
Okay.
he cooks and eats. Sometimes he drops a bomb in the ocean and then he kills a shark. He has shark meat that day. And the caption is always like, I was in the mood for something different today. Or the caption's like, met a friend today. And you think it's gonna end well this time? Nope. He cooks whatever. One time he met a crocodile and was like, this is seeming like a budding friendship. Now he's in jail.
He's in jail.
There are consequences, but his friend the lion always bails him out.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes he whacks someone over the head and then he eats them. But sometimes they get him back. Like this fox whacked him over the head once. And I was like, finally, this cat is getting what he fucking deserves, this little fucking maniac. But then he calls the lion. The lion comes and whacks the fox. They have fox for dinner that night.
And you watch
So,
it.
I watch every single one. Because I don't look up anything else on TikTok, my algorithm is just this cat. And every time I'm like, I hope this little bastard gets what he wants. But then when he is in the hospital, I'm very scared. I'm like, oh God, please.
He goes to the hospital.
Please let him leave. Yeah, because he really gets beat up sometimes. I hate how much they're laughing.
I know what you mean. As I'm watching it, what is weird about it is it's like the cat is like giving another cat a bath.
Yeah.
The cat is a human.
Yes.
Has human quality.
Human qualities.
But it looks like a cat and now is eating a chicken that
he made.
And it's a really fat cat.
And so he changes sizes too throughout scenes. And it's like, why in this scene are you bigger than the lion? I'm interested in how he perceives himself to other animals. And he saves a baby every once in a while, because you see him saving a baby.
He doesn't eat the baby.
He doesn't eat the baby.
Thank God.
The first time he saved a baby, though, I thought he was going to eat that baby. But and I think that's like him being like, see, I'm cool. But no, you are a psychopath. You are drugging other animals and eating them. And so that's
how you escape.
Yes.
That's how you escape from working too hard.
Yeah.
But I get why you like this, because it's It is storytelling.
And it's AI, so it gets it wrong a lot. And it also makes me feel good. I have a friend, Ash, actually told me. Ash told me that Ash has a friend that works in AI, and that person was like, look, the day AI really figures it out, the day everyone should be really scared, Alzheimer's will also be solved. And I was like, oh, because if AI can really get that close to how our brains really function, we will have then also had the keys to figure out Alzheimer's. And so that brings me comfort and it brings me fear, because
I like what you just said. I mean, and also I like that that's the kind of thing that an expert would say on a podcast, but and I'd be like, what?
I heard it from a friend who heard it from an expert.
Who said.
That's hilarious. Okay,
All right,
I
Quinta,
feel like I have
love
to go.
you. Thank you so much
Love
for
you too,
doing
Amy.
this. You're the
Bye.
best.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Quinta Brunson. You are amazing and so talented, and it means a lot that you came, and you're the best, Quinta. And yeah, this is the end of the show where we go a little deeper on something that brings me joy or changes my brain. And so We mentioned Lisa Beasley at the very top of the show when we were talking to some of Quinta's friends who worked at BuzzFeed. And I just want to mention her again. Lisa Beasley Experience is where you can find Lisa B Experience is where you can find her. And she's just a hilarious comedian, does a ton of characters. And she did that really funny character, Corporate Erin. Check that out if you haven't seen it. It's just corporate speak at its best and the maddening pace in which people deliver non-news in workspaces. It's really funny, and so is she. And yeah, so if you have not seen her comedy, check it out. And always check out the great Quinta on Abbott, and check us out always here at Good Hang. Thanks for hanging. Okay, bye. You've been listening to Good Hang. The executive producers for this show are Bill Simmons, Jenna Weiss-Berman, and me, Amy Poehler. The show is produced by The Ringer and Paperkite. For The Ringer, production by Jack Wilson, Kat Spillane, Kaya McMullen, and Alea Zanaris. For Paperkite, production by Sam Green, Joel Lovell, and Jenna Weiss-Berman. Original music by Amy Miles.